Young Sheldon Season 7. Episode 10 offers great entertainment, but it's still worse than The Big Bang Theory's disappointing counterpart. The premises for the shows cannot be any different, which is highlighted by their formats. Despite that, the comparisons between the comedies are inevitable, especially since many of the creatives behind The Big Bang Theory are now also working on Young Sheldon. This is one of the reasons why plot inconsistencies are also more difficult to accept. Currently, however, the main point of comparison is focused on how Young Sheldon's final season stacks up against The Big Bang Theory's. Like The Big Bang Theory, Young Sheldon is ending not because it lacks the interest of the public. The decision to pull the plug on it stems from the canon. Based on the timeline, Sheldon's time in Texas is coming to an end, and with that mandates the show to also wrap up. Knowing ahead of time that it is wrapping up allows the writers to come up with a proper send-off for the characters. Somehow, however, Young Sheldon Season 7, Episode 10, a fancy article, and a scholarship for a baby, makes it seem like this isn't the case. Young Sheldon Season 7, Episode 10 is a filler episode. Octavia Spencer's guest appearance is great, but it's far too late for a filler episode in Young Sheldon. Young Sheldon has been having issues with narrative focus throughout Season 7. That said, it appears that it was finally solved when the show made the boy genius the center of its attention in Episode 9 again when Sheldon decided to go to Caltech. Unfortunately, it's a case of one step forward and two steps back when Young Sheldon Season 7. Episode 10 not only underutilizes the boy genius, but also tackles storylines that don't necessarily have an impact on the finale that it's building on. With just 5 episodes left, scheduling a filler offering is just disappointing. Meanwhile, Young Sheldon Season 7, Episode 10 didn't even have any role for Missy other than a few lines in the beginning. Even The Big Bang Theory's final season, which was criticized for having imbalanced storytelling, was smart enough not to do this. Its fifth to the last episode, The Decision Reverberation, featured storylines that moved the plot forward, or at least contributed to the ending of its characters. Leonard learned how to grow a spine, while Raj had a fun arc in his new job. Elsewhere, the rest of the cast played their parts to support the plots. Meanwhile, Young Sheldon Season 7, Episode 10 didn't even have any role for Missy other than a few lines in the beginning. Young Sheldon Season 7 has been focusing on the wrong arcs. If anything, Young Sheldon should be focused on George, Sheldon, and Missy. Young Sheldon ending on a shortened year should not have happened. It wouldn't have hurt the show if it was renewed for a final season. Making the most out of its situation, however, one would assume that it would be more mindful of the storylines that it would tackle. Unfortunately, that hasn't been the case. Nima's gambling room fallout may be entertaining, but it has been going on for too long. While it's part of the spin-off's setup, Georgie and Mandy taking substantial screen time shouldn't be the case, since they have all the time to tackle their narrative.